Well, hello everyone. This is Mohammad Badruddin, and today we are going to solve lab number 12 by writing our own Python script. So, in the previous lab, we solved that lab already with the help of Burp Suite. But the problem is, Burp Suite Community Edition intruder feature is very slow, and it is going to take very long to give us the password. So the lab was actually, we used the second technique to test or exploit the blind SQL injection, which is triggering the conditional errors or SQL errors. And in that technique, we deliberately enforce the database server to throw us an error, because we will pass in the syntax a condition which is true, and then if the condition is true, we are going to calculate some invalid mathematical calculation, which is always invalid, and database server give us an error. So once we got any error in the response, that means our syntax is correct, and whatever value we put is the correct value or exists in the database. So if you do not watch that video, so before going to watch this video, you must watch lab number 12 video, the previous video, part 1, right? So without wasting time, this disclaimer as always for you: this video and its contents are only for educational and awareness purpose, and I do not support any unethical or illegal act. That's been said, I already saved the exercise of previous lab, which is the same lab we are going to solve now, but we will write our own Python script. It's saying there is a tracking ID cookie which is vulnerable to blind SQL injection. Then once you find out, okay, the tracking ID cookie is vulnerable, then we will go and find out whether the users table exists in the database or not. Then we will determine administrator user is there or not, and then the length of the password, and finally we will retrieve the password for the administrator. Fine. So let's go. I'm not going to explain all these again, because I already explained very well in the previous video, and it was a long time video, so I don't want this video to be very long too. So come here, add one more page. Okay, so user bin in, let's say, Python 3, and then import the modules. So import request module, then import URL lib3, import URL lib, import sys module. Then to avoid the warnings from URL lib3, URL lib3 dot disable underscore warnings. Fine. And then let's say if you want to use proxies, so proxies equal to, and okay, so first of all HTTP proxy, and the URL of that proxy is 127.00.1 port number 8080, HTTPS, and HTTP //127.0.0.1 8080. That's it. Now okay, we need to define, let's say, define blind underscore SQLi, and that function needs URL, right? Now we will say, because as you can see here, to get the password, these both payload will work. So I'm going to use the first one. So here what you need to match is, instead of this, I'm going to say equal to. So the first character of the password is equal to A or not. If not A, then it will check the second character, which is B. If it is not equal, the first character of the password is not equal to B, then it will check C, D, E, F, 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. and once it gets the first character is equal to A, so if the character matches, we will get the 500 internal server error, right? So that means if we got the 500 internal server error, that means the first character of the password is something here. Then once we get the first character, we need to change this to 2, so we will know the second character of the password, and again it will change these values again and again, and once the value or the second character matches, then again we will get the 500 error, and then this value will be changed to 3, right? So I just want to show you this thing. Okay, let the burp suite on. Till then we can go for this. So for I in range 1 comma 21 1 comma 21, and okay, next, close, start burp. For C in chars, and where are these chars? These are here. So chars equal to proxies of A, B, C, D, E, F, come on, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z, and 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's it. You can also put here the symbols and uppercase characters too. So for C in chars, so first of all, this I will be chosen from here from 1 to 21, so it will take one value, and then it will go to this chars and it will choose one by one all the characters from here and choose for the first character of the password. So after this we need few things. The first thing is payload. So payload is going to be this payload, copy, come here and just paste that here. Fine. Now what we need to do, we need to change every time this value. So instead of 1, I'm going to say percentage %s, and instead of A, I'm again going to say percentage %s. Here percentage I comma C. Fine. So that's it. That means the first value, this first percentage %s is going to be the value of I, and the second percentage %s is going to be the value of C, whatever it chooses from the loops. So we got payload. Now we need cookie. So cookies is going to be tracking ID and tracking ID value, then comma session ID and session ID value, and we will take that from here. So come here, enable the burp proxy on your browser and just refresh this. So once we refresh, we got the hit here. Come here and send this request to the repeater, go to the repeater, and here this is the tracking ID, right? So I'm going to paste here the payload, fine, and make it URL in code, send this request again, and as you can see 200 error, okay, because the first character of the password is not equal to A. So this is actually, this is equal to, so if I say greater than, send that request again, and as you can see, yes, greater than A. So let's try greater than M. It's saying, yeah, greater than M, but if I say is greater than N, so 200. Okay, that means not greater than n. It's greater than m but not greater than n. That means the first character of the password is equal to n. Fine. Similarly, you need to now change this and now change this. So if I send this request to the intruder, go to the intruder, go to the positions, clear all the positions, and the first position you need to choose this, the number of character, and this one. Let's say it's A, choose it, add as a second position. Now the attack type must be cluster bomb. Go to the payload. So the first payload is going to be numbers, and from 1 to 20 and increase one by one. Then the second payload is going to be the brute forcer, and minimum length is going to be 1 and the maximum length is going to be 1. That's it. Fine. So the same thing we are doing here. Okay, now we need cookie. So go to the repeater. First of all, we need tracking ID. So this is the tracking ID. This is the tracking ID. Copy, come back here, tracking ID, copy and paste that here. Now session, copy, paste the session here, and this is the session value. So put that here. Fine. Save this in the desktop as blind underscore sqli .py. Fine, that seems better. So we have payload and we have cookies. Now what we need to do, we just need to wait a moment. Actually, we need to URL encode the payload. So encoded underscore payload is equal to URL lib dot parse dot code, and what we need to encode is payload. So whatever the value of payload, it is going to be encoded, URL encoded here with the URL lib function. Fine. Everything is okay. We need to just now make request. So r is equal to request dot get. This is the get request. Yeah, this is the get request. So in get request, what we need URL is equal to URL, comma, cookies equal to cookies, comma, and one more thing, this cookie, because we need to add the payload in the tracking ID. So after this tracking ID, we need to make plus and we need to put encoded payload, right? So paste that here. And okay, now because verify is equal to false, because we need to ignore the HTTPS SSL warning, so verify is equal to false. Now if you want to send all these requests through burp proxy, you can just make it here comma and proxies is equal to proxies, but I don't need that right now. Okay, so the request has been done. Now if r dot status underscore code is equal to 500, right? So if the status code is 500, that means the character is, for the password, the character is true, matches. And so what we need to do is we need to say print c, which is the character, and we need to end is equal to nothing, comma, flush is equal to true. Fine. And we need to break the loop, and after that it will go again to this loop. It will choose the second value for I, then come down and it will again take the value from the char. So it will take this value and again it will put all these values here. If the first character it took from chars, is equal to the second character of the password, we will get 500 and it will print that character and go back. And if it does not equal to the same character for the password, again it will go for this for loop and it will choose the second value for the C and keep doing this. Fine. Now we just need to call this function. So to call that function we need blind underscore SQLi and let's say URL. Fine. Now we need to mention URL here. URL is equal to come here, copy this URL, copy, and we don't need web proxy now, so just close that, paste that here, save it, and we can execute this. So Python 3 blind SQLi, that's it. Hit enter and hopefully it will work. Yeah, so as you can see, the first character of the password is N as we try in the repeater. So first character of the password is N and we got the 500 internal server error. That means our script is working. Let's see what we got as second character of the password. So second character of the password is 1 and we can try that here. Second character of the password is 1. We need to change this also as 2. Send. If we got 500, yeah, if I say 2, so we will get 200. Yeah, so the second character of the password is 1. Yes, that means the script is working fine. The third character of the password is 2. Let's see. The third character of the password is 2. Send it, and yeah, perfect. So let it work and we can make our script more better. So we will use the same blind SQL injection function what we created, but we will do it in more good way. So what we need to do is we can create the main function. So we say if underscore name underscore equal underscore main underscore going to say main, it is going to call the main function. So here now we need to create a main function. So def main, and in that function we will say if length of the argument sys.argv not equal to 2, so it is going to print same like the previous lab what we did, right? So plus let's say example, and example is going to be www.example.local. Fine. Here it should be S, and wait a moment, we must put here double quote and enclose it with the double quote. Fine. Now we just need to specify sys.argv 0, and then we mention the URL. So URL is going to be sys.arg, which is 1, print, and what we need to print is plus fetching administrator password. That's it, and then it will call the function which we are calling from here. So copy Control X from here and paste it here. That's it. So now it will actually change, and we don't need that now. Save it. So now what happened, once you try to execute this script, it is going to tell you that you need to actually specify the script name, and after script name you have to specify the URL. So you can just type usage is going to be like Python3, then script name which is blind_SQLi, and then the URL. So like this. So you need to use this script as that. So Python3, then the script name, and then the URL. Fine, that's it. Now we will go back, and up to now, as you can see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. Up to now we got 15. So let's try that. 15th character is 5 or not. 5, send it. No, is it 15th or 16th? 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. This is the 16th. So the 16th character of the password is 5. 17th character is X or not. What was that? A B C. Oh, come on, we missed here D. Okay, so that's why we did not get some characters. So I'm going to execute the script again, because here we just got 19 characters. So if I say echo space -n and paste that, wc space -n, oh come on, wc space -c. So there are only 19 characters, but the password is 20 characters long because I missed this D. So I'm going to clear all this and execute the script again, but this time if I just execute like that, so it is going to say, okay, you need to specify the URL. So clear, and we need to specify this URL. So just copy, paste that here, hit enter, and it's fetching the administrator password. Now I'm going to pause the video. Once it's completed, I will come back. And as you can see guys, this time we got the complete password. So if I say echo space -n and put that here, pipe wc space -c, so we have 20 characters completed. Now copy this, come here, go to my account. The username is administrator, and the password we need to paste it here. Hit login, don't save, and hopefully we are logged in. Yeah, we logged in and we completed the lab. So that's it for this video. If you like the content, please like, subscribe and share. See you in the next video. And in the next video I will try to use another method to for these chars, because here you can see we can miss some character, and if even we missed a single character, we messed up, we need to make more work. So we will see that in second video. See you in the next video. Bye.